And when you're clearing, especially when you're clearing people with a big charge around or a space with a lot of heavy charge around, and you get the shivers and the body shudders and shakes, that's charge releasing. It's charge releasing that's being held in the environment, but it's releasing through you. Nothing to be afraid of. In fact, it's a good thing that you're able to release charge and not hold it within you. Because most people, if you're trying to avoid your dark side, if you like, the unloved, unaccepted side of the self, if you're trying to avoid that, then the charge is being rebuilt. So the default position is to recharge the battery, which is why some people need clearing on a regular basis to try to keep that charge as low as possible, which would then enable that person to have a bit more clarity and understanding about what's going on in their experience. But if you allow charge to build without addressing it, and mostly that will happen without your awareness, without you consciously doing anything about it, you won't even know it's happening. But until, of course, then you hit the wall, then you know, but it's a bit late. So if we can continue to release charge on a regular basis, it won't build up. If charge doesn't build up, then the transmission that you're putting out into this great sea of consciousness begins to collapse, begins to change on a very fundamental level. So you're no longer putting in anxiety, frustration, insecurity, whatever, but you're putting in more of a balance, a compassionate state. And if you do that, I mean, it becomes really, really obvious what you're going to get back. So if you can see that this journey, this adventure that you've been on in this body has been one to understand and experience life, experience separation, learn from it, feed back into the collective, into the sea of consciousness, into the web of Indra, whatever, all of your experiences. But if you continue to give energy to those experiences, then that's going to limit your ability to grow and understand and evolve. I mean, I've spoken about this before, and I'm probably a bit stupid, really, but there's a lot of people talking about change on a planetary level, uh, imminent, coming in the next, whatever. But then, people have been talking about that for 50 years, probably more, but 50 years that I remember. And nothing has really happened. The place has just actually gone from crazy to absolutely fucking mad. So it has been changes, of course, but they're not always necessarily pleasant changes. And so if, and this is a big if, but it doesn't really matter ultimately whether it's true or not, because you'll still benefit by letting go. If there is change, then the change will be of a frequency that you have to feel comfortable in. If you're still holding on to the